Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso.
Extreme situations require extreme measures.
Back to a brand new video. This is episode 8 of Cobra Kai Talk. We are here with Talking Cobra Kai. How you doing?
I'm good. What's up, everyone? Thank you for having me on. Excited to talk Cobra Kai.
Yeah. So, yes, he has a channel, Talking Cobra Kai. You guys probably heard of him. About 4,000 subscribers. I love your channel. So happy to have you on. And yeah, so I'll just ask you some of the basic questions, and then we'll just get on to the normal stuff. So I'll just start with this question: What was your first when did you first see Cobra Kai? Or did you see Karate Kid or Cobra Kai first? Like, what one did you see first?
I saw Karate Kid first, but I was really little. You know, I feel like everyone's seen like 80s movies when they were little, but you don't really remember it. But then I actually watched Cobra Kai when it first came on YouTube in 2018. And I watched that whole season, loved it. And then I went to rewatch three of the movies, not the fourth one. And yeah, so yeah, I watched Karate Kid before, but I remembered very little.
All right. So yeah, you watched it when season 1 came out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you did you watch it on YouTube or Netflix?
Yeah, so yeah, same for me. I watched Karate Kid first. So I watched Karate Kid probably March. I watched the first 4 of them, and then of 2020. Then I watched Cobra Kai in about May of 2020. So yeah, it was still on YouTube Red when season 1 and 2 are out.
Yeah.
And I'm getting super excited for season 3 and season 4 and all that. So yeah, but yeah, so we'll start talking about some theories and stuff. Season 5 theories. Do you have a theory you just want to like put out there? Just a quick theory that you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. One I've been thinking about a lot, and made a video on it. We obviously know Miguel's in Mexico. He's trying to find his dad, and Johnny and Robbie, they're trying to find him. But also on top of that, you have Silver, who said to Kreese, don't you worry about Lawrence. I'll take good care of him too. So on top of Johnny trying to find Miguel in Mexico, Silver has his own plan to, do something to Johnny. So I think, it might be Silver finds out Johnny's in Mexico looking for Miguel, probably from like Tori. Robbie probably tells Tori he's going, and Tori or Silver hears it from Tori talking about it. And, Silver has all these connections to people. He's a rich guy, he's well known. So I think there could be a possibility Silver has some sort of connection to Miguel's dad or somebody who works for Miguel's dad. And, he knows Johnny's in Mexico. So he tells the guy who he knows who is Miguel's dad, roughen Johnny up and, beat him up. And then that's how we could see, Miguel go back to Johnny. Because I think Miguel will actually, Miguel's dad will trick Miguel, think he's a good guy and want Miguel to stay with him. But he's really a bad guy. So I think, when he finds out that, he's Miguel's dad's trying to beat up Johnny, I think that's when Miguel will go back to Johnny. Yeah, that was a long one, but
yeah,
that was the one I put a lot of effort into.
No. Yeah, I love that theory. Yeah, I think the whole stuff with Miguel, Johnny, I think a lot of people said, Watch Party said a couple of times that it could last for 5 episodes. It could last a while. So if it's gonna last that long, there needs to be a couple more plots with it rather than just them trying to find him.
Sure.
So I think Terry Silver will find out something like that will happen. So yeah, that's a good theory. A theory that I have, it's all kind of regarding that situation. It's well, I guess it'll be a question. Eagle Fang, do you think Eagle Fang will kind of take a break, or do you think someone else will take control, kind of take control of the dojo as Johnny's gone?
I think Eagle Fang will take a little break. I think there's a possibility Johnny could ask Bobby to run it for him a little bit. But I honestly think Johnny will be really focused on just finding Miguel. He won't really be worried. Now I could see Daniel and Chosen going over to the Eagle Fangs and bringing them over to teach them, because they also need to defend themselves. So I could see that, but I think Eagle Fang might take a little break in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of off topic as theories, but it's something that I think we should talk about real quick.
Sure.
Do you have an idea of when the release date of season 5 is coming out? When do you think that's gonna happen, and what do you think the season 5 release date is?
Obviously I know nothing because
Yeah,
but if I had to take a guess, I think the big three they said in an interview like it'll probably fall around the same time. So later this year, December, January, maybe November if you're lucky. But I don't know about you, but I really like the winter release dates.
yeah,
Like because season 3 was January 1st and 4 was 31st of December. I like those. I'm off of school and off of everything, and I just get to focus on that. And so yeah, I even though it's a long time to wait, I don't really mind the wait. What about
yeah.
you?
Yeah. Of course, I want it like as soon as possible, but I still, I think the best way to put it is November, possibly January. Well, each season, which I know is probably not on purpose, but each season was in a different month of release date. But I still
Yeah.
think they could still do it December. But I'm hoping we get it in November, maybe late November, or early December. I think we're gonna get it this year at least. But
Yeah.
yeah, so. I'll say another theory, which is the one of the biggest theories everyone talks about. It's Mike Barnes returning. So I think I'd want to talk about this because I just love talking about it and hearing other people's what they think about it. If he does, which I think he definitely will. Well, first off, do you think he will return?
Oh yeah, I think you will.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So do you think how do you think he'll return? Do you think he'll return as a good guy like Terry Silver was kind of in the beginning, or do you think he'll turn as a bad guy? When will he return? Like, how do you think that he'll come back?
Um, I don't. I think there's a theory out there. I forgot who made it, but I like it. It's like Mike Barnes was in the military after all that, and became a better man, kind of like how Silver was. But there's still always something in his brain, his mind that will always be that evil bad guy. So, I think you know maybe he's not in the army anymore, and Silver calls him up. Mike Barnes, he doesn't really want to get brought back into this, kind of like how Silver was, but he offers him a lot of money maybe and another chance to maybe run one of the Cobra Kai dojos since they're expanding. So he accepts, and then like maybe throughout the season, he just the bad guy in him. Karate's bad boy gets brought out, kind of like what they did with Silver last season. So I could see something like that.
Yeah. After the tournament, he definitely did something. I don't think he just went back. I don't think he just went to a normal life. Some
Yeah,
say he possibly kept doing karate, or like you said, going to the army. I do like those two ideas, and yeah, I think he'll take control of one of the dojos, and I hope we see I hope we see some new characters this season.
yeah,
And for these characters, for the new characters, because I think when you get to near the end of the show, which I know we're not close to the end yet. I think like the creator said we're gonna get at least 7 around there.
yeah,
Um, I think it's gonna be just one on one against good versus bad because the people in Cobra Kai they're still kind of good characters. You can see Kenny is still kind of a good character. I think near to the end of the show, it's just gonna be Cobra Kai is just gonna be complete bad people. So I want to see like a new character introduced this season or a couple new characters, and maybe they could come from Mike Barnes. Maybe this is a different theory. I think maybe he already had a dojo after.
yeah.
That's probably a little too much, but I still think that's a possibility because I do want new characters this season. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you on that. I think because if you think about it, Robbie's definitely leaving Cobra Kai, the
yeah,
dojo. Tori, I think, is gonna end up leaving. So who's left?
mhm,
You have Kenny, Kyler, and like Piper, and those
yeah,
aren't front runners. Those aren't like Robbie and the Tori. So I think you need to bring in more characters, especially if they're expanding the dojos all around the valley. So yeah, definitely more kids joining Cobra Kai.
mhm. Yeah, and also you could also bring characters from the past seasons that comes in, like people said, Sean Payne joining. I think that would be
Yeah,
great. Him working alongside his brother, and I think he'll see his brother Kenny turn into more of a bad character, and that's why he will not want to do it, especially with Robbie, as he could actually go to Eagle Fang when Johnny comes back with Miguel. So I think Sean Payne will be in it, but I think he actually might leave. Or I don't think Kenny will leave. Not this season, but
yeah,
we'll just have to see. Um, Yeah, another theory that I really like is I did make a video about it. It's with Tori. I think when Robbie leaves, what do you think Tori will do in that spare time? Do you think, because I think she'll be in Cobra Kai for a while, but I think she'll eventually leave, when Robbie leaves, because I still think they'll still be dating. But yeah, I have my own theory about it, but I want to hear what you think about what Tori will be doing in that spare time.
Yeah, I've actually made a few videos too on what I think is going to happen with Tori this season. Obviously at the end of season 4, we saw she knows Silver cheated and her win isn't legitimate. So I think she's going to be pissed at Silver. First of all, I think she's going to find out he framed Kreese, and we know Tori and Kreese have a good relationship with each other. She sees him as a father, basically.
Yeah.
So she's going to be really mad at Silver, but she realizes she can't, beat Silver. So I think she's going to have her own plan throughout the season. Like, I think Silver will let her run one of the dojos, since she's, without Robbie, probably the most skilled fighter in Cobra Kai out of the kids. So I think Silver will tell her to run one of the dojos. And I think maybe she could team up with Sam and train the students she gets with Sam in her own way to try to take down Silver. And I think Silver will find out about this, and I think he will then teach her the Quicksilver method. But obviously that's to make her knuckles bleed, to make her go through pain. I think that could happen with Tori this season.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely like that. One thing I want to see from Tori, during the spare time that Robbie's gone, I want to see more of her family life and more of that
Yeah.
stuff. Because we've seen a couple stuff. I think in season 4, and her aunt came in. I think they're setting up some stuff that's gonna happen in season 5. I think season 5, the whole concept of season 5 is gonna be father son, father daughter, just family relationships. Because you can see a lot of that building up. So I hope we see some of that. And the whole stuff with her aunt, I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I don't know if it'll play out this season, but maybe she does get taken to court for something, and then maybe Danny has to help her or something like that. I don't know, but I think John Kreese, when she does find out about that, if John Kreese does get out, I think she'll go with John Kreese rather than Terry
Yeah.
Silver. Because I don't think he'll open his own dojo. I don't think we need another dojo like what Johnny did. But he can open his own like training space to get back Cobra Kai,
Yeah.
And I think Tori will definitely go with that because, yeah, like you said, they do have like sort of a good relationship in the show, and I hope we see more of that. And if um when Robbie comes back and he's in Eagle Fang, she might go in Eagle Fang as well, since she's not too happy with Terry Silver, and you know Robbie is her boyfriend, which I think they'll still be dating in this time. So yeah, we'll just have to see what they do. I'm super excited for her arc in season 5, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And they also, she has a good relationship, or is building a relationship with Amanda.
mhm,
So I could see her maybe even joining Miyagi-Do.
yeah, yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope we do see something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so a couple more questions. I want to talk about John Kreese and his arc, because it's one of the things that is confusing a lot of people, what his character is going to be in this season. Do you have any theories of what his arc is going to be in season 5?
Yeah, I mean, I think episode 1, I think it will be like, for Kreese's storyline, it'll be like the court case. And then I don't think he will win that, obviously. And then I think, kind of like with Robbie and Juvie, how he was in a few episodes and then he wasn't, and then he wasn't.
Yeah,
I think they might do that with Kreese. Like, he might be absent from a few episodes, like, and then once he gets let out of jail, or bailed out, or the evidence goes against Silver. Yeah, and I think I think he's gonna meet a few people in jail. Maybe Dutch from
yeah,
Karate Kid. They said he's in jail. I think maybe we could meet him, or somebody new. I don't know, but I just want to see a Kreese jail fight. I
oh
don't know.
yeah,
I think that'd be really cool and interesting to see. It's just the problem is Martin Cove, he's getting older. He can't do as many
yeah.
fights.
But that'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. A prison fight scene. I don't know if you've seen Daredevil season 2. On
Oh
on
yeah.
on Disney
Yeah.
Plus now. When that whole fight scene, I don't think they won't do it that gory, but I want
Yeah.
to see something like that. I want to see something like that. And like you said,
That'd be
Dutch
cool.
returning. Yeah. I think that'll be interesting. I want to see. I heard one people say, which I think is a too over the top theory. It's not over the top. It just doesn't make too much sense. But I'll just bring it up just for the sake of it. Do you know the guy? I don't know what his name is, but in the John Kreese flashbacks, the guy that like beat him up, that was like the boyfriend of Betsy. He
Oh
was played
yeah,
by People are saying
Regis.
that yeah. People are saying that he would be in that jail. I think that's a little too much,
Yeah,
but
that'd be a bit on the nose. Yeah.
yeah, but it would be interesting. The only thing I can see that happening, which I don't think it will, but maybe he had a redemption. Then maybe he sees that a bad guy can be redemption, and that can be him knowing that okay, well maybe I can have a redemption as well. But that's the only way I can see it happen. I don't think that'll happen, but I want to see some good prison stuff. And yeah, like Robbie, I think he will get out of jail this season. Like I'm pretty sure Robbie came out. Robbie got out of jail like episode 7, episode 8. Do you know what?
Episode 8, yeah.
Yeah, episode 8. So near the end of the season, and yeah. So another question about John Kreese, what people have been talking about. Do you think that he will die in the season or in the show and all? Do you think that the show will go that far with that or no?
I think by the end of the series, I think Kreese will definitely die.
Yeah.
I think they're really setting up this huge Kreese redemption arc, and we're seeing
Mm-hmm.
teases and signs of it every season. In season 3, we saw the flashbacks, and that he was once a good guy. And season 4, we see him like not going soft, but having those moments of sympathy. So I think Kreese will die by the end of the show. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I think he will die.
Yeah. And if he does, if he does die, I think it will have to be dying in a redemption.
Yeah.
And like you said, I don't know how people are saying that Terry Silver could kill him, but I don't think Terry Silver would kill him. I don't know. I don't think he'll get killed. I think he might just die. Because I don't know. I don't think the show will go that far as someone killing someone in the show. I mean, they could. Seasons have got pretty dark, but
Yeah.
I don't think they'll kill someone. Not yet. But I'm super excited for the arc of John Kreese, and Martin Cove is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
He's just amazing, and I hope they just let him go full out on his acting this season. And
Mhm.
he has. I'm just super excited for John Kreese because he's one of my favorite villains, besides Terry Silver, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, do you have any more theories you want to say, or anything else?
Let's see. Let's try to think of something. What do you think's gonna happen with Chosen? Anything particular?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Chosen. You can talk about him. All right, so yeah, Chosen. So yeah, I think that he like I heard a lot of people say that he could be more of a Mr. Miyagi to Anthony LaRusso because I
Yeah.
don't Anthony LaRusso if he's coming in Cobra Kai, which he definitely will. I think with all the stuff that's happening to Kenny, I think that he'll definitely join Cobra Kai. But I don't think Daniel LaRusso can be a Mr. Miyagi to him because he needs something different. I think Chosen and Anthony can be amazing stuff you can do with that. And yeah, Chosen. I know people talked about like a dark Miyagi though, but I don't know. Maybe we could see that in because I like a lot of people said there's another huge theory of Chosen versus Terry Silver. We'll definitely get that fight. I think we're definitely getting that fight. We'll get that. Do you how do you think that will play out of the Chosen versus Terry Silver fight? Do you think it will? Do you think someone will win? Do you think what do you think is going to happen with that? Because I don't know how that would end.
I'm not sure, but let me tell you, I'm so excited for that fight. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that has the potential to be the best fight in the entire show
Mm-hmm.
because you got two of the best living fighters in the franchise besides like Mr. Miyagi fighting each other.
Yeah.
And it's not like tournament style. It's gonna be like street fight, bloody, a real fight. So if I had to put my money on one of them, I think it would be a really close fight. But I don't know. I think Chosen is just so skilled and he knows so much. And I don't think we know everything. I don't think we know everything Silver knows. Like I think Silver has a lot more in him that wasn't brought out in season 4 that they're saving for maybe this fight. But I think it's gonna be really close. I'm not sure like what the context would be where the two of them would fight each other because they don't know each other. They don't have any history with each other. But obviously Chosen is big on respect now, and Silver isn't really big on respect, so that could
Yeah.
be it. But I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, well, we do know the writers. They have surprised
Yeah,
us and me in millions of ways of the fights and how they do them. So
yeah,
I'm sure they'll come up with something so amazing, and I'm just excited. And I do think it'll happen this season. I don't know how they'll fight, when it'll happen, how it will end, but yeah, I'm just excited for it. It's a tough one. It can go so many ways. So
yeah,
yeah, I'll say one more theory. This is a theory I made a video about, which I think I heard it from somewhere. I don't remember where. But it's a theory that Kenny's dad in the army will die in the military. The reason because he is in the military. Like I said, I don't think they'll show it or anything like that. It'll just
yeah,
show him finding out. And after that, I think Terry Silver can kind of since Kenny will have so much anger building in him, he can like kind of use that as a pressure point to turn him into
oh,
like a monster, like like Daredevil, not Daredevil, Hawkeye in season 3, um, Hawk in season 3, not Hawkeye.
okay,
I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Hawk in season 3. He in that season he was just like full on brutal. He had a little empathy in him, but I think that season, especially in episode 6, King Cobra, I'm pretty sure that whole fight scene was amazing. So yeah, I
yeah,
think that is something that can happen. Um, and then also I made a video just yesterday that I think Devin maybe her dad possibly maybe her dad died or something. So she finds out about that and
yeah. I
she
saw
tries to
that.
comfort Kenny. And yeah, because I think Devin needs more friends or more enemies. She needs something because she doesn't have too much. Because all the arcs in season 5 are gonna be crazy. People have enemies, people have friends, they have couples, they have everything. And Devin doesn't have too much of that. So to make her like a really interesting character, they're gonna have to give her something, because she doesn't really have an enemy, really. So a lot of people say she could have an enemy if Piper or something, but yeah, we'll just have to see what that happens. But yeah, so yeah, do you have any more theory? One last theory you want to say?
Just to go off that, yeah, I think Kenny and Devin's characters will definitely be built upon in season 5.
Yeah.
Especially Kenny. I think if that happens to Kenny's dad, then yeah, I think a monster will really be brought out in Kenny. And
Hmm.
yeah, I agree with you. I said this before also. Like Kenny is setting up to be what Hawk was. Like he's gonna be like the new Hawk, like season
Hmm.
3 Hawk. The no mercy. Don't give a shit Hawk. So
Yeah,
I agree with that for sure.
yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. Super excited to see all that in season 5. But yeah, anyway, guys, that'll wrap up the video for episode 8 of Cobra Kai Talk. And make sure to subscribe to Cobra Kai Talking Cobra Kai in the link in the description. And yeah, thanks for coming on. And yeah,
Thanks
I'll
for
see you
having me
guys
on.
later. Yeah,
See ya.
all right. Thanks for watching, guys.